Welcome back. I'm going to demonstrate the Sunnen hone real quick for you. I'm honing some connecting rods here, Harley-Davidson connecting rods, and it would be a good opportunity for me to show you how this machine, basically works. So I'll get the camera on there and we'll have a look, okay? Let's have a look. This way, then this thing. Don't bump into too many things, okay? Let's see if I can get around and do all these things. Okay, now what I have in here is a P-type mandrel. It's an industrial mandrel for hard steel or other kinds of bushings, and it's got a guide shoe and a single stone. Now, most connecting rod mandrels that you would see are for automotive and split connecting rods. Now, the Harley-Davidson rod, here's a pair of them here. These are custom S&S rods for the XL model. And I was working on the honing the races here. And I've got things tuned up, and I can demonstrate. Let's see where this is just an extra rod. And yeah, okay. Let's get that on 0. Let's set that on 0, just like that, okay? Fiddle with it a little bit and get it pretty close. I'm going to call that good, okay? So we will hone the rod about 8/10,000ths from 1. Then the last 2/10,000ths, I'm going to install a barrel lap into the spindle here and use that for the final finish for the bearings to roll on. And I can talk about the reasons for this. Now, this Sunnen guarantees plus or minus 50 millionths for, size, concentric and taper and things like that. Now, a barrel lap's quite a bit more accurate, and it'd be more in range of 5 to 12 millionths, and even better, depending on how it's applied. So this is the most accurate abrasive tool. And I'm going to set it over here, and we'll install that a little bit. Let's put this rod on here. And I've set the spring pressures on this thing already. So I'm going to depress the pedal with the motor off. And you can see, let's see if that's sticking. Probably is. There we go. I think I was backed off a little bit here. Let's see where we're at. Okay, now I'm going to depress that and load that. Now watch this. Now, they tell you to come back around to this line, but that always seems like too much pressure to me. So I'll just set it up at 5, and we're heading towards 0. Let's start the machine and just kind of see how it works. Okay, here we go. I got it about 250 RPM, somewhere in there. That was about right. It's kind of slow, but... And I got the mandrel running true. It adjusts like an adjust true chuck back here. Okay, let's get it going. Okay, watch the dial there. It's not really quite cutting much yet. Now it's starting to creep, see? Now, that also shows the stone and the shoe wear. So you check this quite often. Now I'm going to stop it and reverse it on the mandrel. Okay? There. Now you can feel if there's tight spots in the stone, you just work it there until it loosens up, and you want it to feel smooth all the way across. Like if it feels tight right there, work it. Tight right there, no, tight right there. See, you just keep working it. They go back and forth, back and forth. Now, you see that dot? That's climbing down. Let's see how much we removed. Get this over here. Look at that, I overshot it. That's okay. Now let's keep going. Let's look at how round it is. I got it round. Nice and round. Okay. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and take some more out because the action's kind of fun. And I'm going to go 2/10 from 2. And then I'll do the last 2/10 with the lapping tool. The bearing race in the stock factory rod is a whole lot softer than the races in the S&S rod. In fact, this is an early rod, probably 50 years old. So let's home. That's why I overshot it. I usually replace these races, see, and usually the original races are shot. Okay, I'm watching that. I'm going to stop it at 3. Feeling good, owning it. It's right on 3 there. I'm going to pull it, give it a quick check. See where we're at. Check for roundness. At least that direction anyway. Boy, we're really close on that direction. Just about a 1/10 out of true. Let's try to get a little bit better. See where we're at. Oh, 1/10. Oh, I got it true though, see? I'm about a 1/10. But I'm going to go ahead and we'll switch to the lapping tool and finish this. Okay, so I'll take this out. I'm sure I'm going to have to do another video, but we'll start moving in the direction of using the lapping tool for to finish that. Get this clean, get my hands clean, and let's have a look at that finish. Now this is something I'm going to show you, is the difference in finish between honing and lapping. You see how bright that is? And you can see I got a little bit of a wave in it, a crosshatch. Now that's really important because when you initially start a motor, if the bearings skate, you've ruined the engine. So the bearings must instantly start rolling the minute this engine first starts. The second. And that crosshatch not only holds a little bit of oil, but it also causes the rollers to initially roll. So when you assemble an engine like this, people do it, but you shouldn't. You shouldn't use grease. You should just use light oil when you assemble it to prevent the bearings from skating. That's a problem. It can cause a mystery failure. Nobody likes mystery failures. Okay, so I'm going to pull this mandrel out. You loosen it. Then you rotate it to counterclockwise. Pull it out, rotate it, and it releases the claw. All right. Now I'm going to put the lapping tool in. This is another lapping tool I have. It's newer. The one I was using in the lathe, it was made in about 1933. This one here is made in the 1970s. Cost $300. Of course, you can make something like this, but if you're making a lot of money with it, you just buy them. You don't have time to fool around. Okay. Now, you see, this stuff here was making a lot of money during that Harley craze. Okay, now I'm going to stop this video and true this up, and we'll lap that rod, okay? Okay, thanks.